Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Desert Eagle. Now, we're not going to do much in this build and play guide because it is just a furry taco. Alright, or a furry Utaka. I call it furry taco. But anyway, as you guys can see, it's the same ship. Stats are even identical that I could find everything um, with the same commander. Remember, if you're using a different commander, it might be different. Armor is the same as well. Just so you know, this is a furry taco. It's a easy to explode ship, which with good AP and very good HE and very good AP because is one of the few heavy cruisers at tier 4. Yes, meaning you overmatch a lot of cruisers in it. That being said, really quick overview. Only had 2 matches in it, but it's a furry taco, right? Like I didn't need that many matches in it. As you can see, that's a citadel. You cannot go broadside, okay? And you are overmatched by heavy cruisers, so you can overmatch yourself with your AP. Now I use Azuroku Yamamoto. He is more of an AP focused commander, but again, you can use HE and AP out of this thing. I highly recommend AP because you have such an advantage with these big guns at the tier. Just on this build, we're using Arthas Membeli. His base trait is right there, along with Beyond Range, Igniter, Punch Through, Fixated, and Refill Station.
As we start the match, it's disclaimer time. This is a beginner's video meant to help people new to the ship or new to the game. This is not meant for professional gamers that know everything there is to know about everything in the universe. There are multiple ways to play and build this ship, and I am an above average player, not the world's best. I make mistakes. You may see one in this match. You didn't come here for pronunciations. I'm as good as anybody at slaughtering beautiful languages all the time.
With that out of the way, we are on Warrior's Path. And being this is a furry taco, same things are going to apply to all these things, right? So, going to be a very good cruiser at the tier. I love this cruiser. I love furry taco, but is it worth the skin, right? That's up to you guys on whether it is or not. So, Chung Mu or Chung King gets broadside. We shoot AP. He does start to turn out, but you can still see we do get him with a citadel. You can showcasing, yep, the AP solid on this thing. Also, we overmatch a lot of the cruisers at the tier, obviously. Destroyer gets spotted. We don't have our guns turned. Now, the one bad thing about a Japanese destroyer or cruiser is that its guns take a while to turn around. So you're going to see here, we're going to have a while before our sets of guns are fully turned around. We'll have 3 here for a little bit, but you can see the great firing angles. You don't really lose them till later in the Japanese higher tech or the higher Japanese cruisers in the higher tiers. As you can see, Servo, we went right through his bow. You guys will find out tomorrow that Servo gets overmatched by heavy cruisers. And we're going to have to start the Spanish cruiser line here very soon. Just to showcase it. Even though I don't have the commander, we will. Now here we take a shot at the destroyer. Sadly, we only have 3 guns still on target yet, so we're doing limited amount of damage to him, but we are trying to help our destroyer, who is fighting the good fight. Now, to be fair, that is a American destroyer, obviously, so he's going to have a pretty good advantage as our servo. I'm pronouncing it wrong, but anyway, that our version actually does end up torping him. That being said, we wait for the torps. We're gonna go ahead and move up. So not a lot of damage, but what damage we did do was to a destroyer and a cruiser. So it's important, effective damage, right? It's not a fire on a battleship that's gonna get healed back right away. Now, that being said, HE is still pretty good against battleships, right? So we're going to shoot that And the other thing with the HE is you have to rely on fire chance a lot of times. And as you're going to see here, we're going to shoot some HE, not really have any luck for a little bit. And that's saying a lot because Japanese cruisers have very good fire chance, right? We do, however, get 3 full pins, getting some damage on them. And we're going to start to focus a little bit here on the left side of the map. Now, this is going to be a pretty good match at showcasing a few things, right? So we're going to go ahead and push up. We got to be careful who's shooting at us, which so far we've done a pretty good job of. We're going to go ahead and take a shot. We only have 3 guns because, again, we got to wait for our turrets to go around. Normally, I don't flip sides very much. Just this match happened to be that way as we get 3 overpins. As you see here, here's Peter Velicki. At this point, I didn't know he was AFK. It takes me a while. It looked like, to me, he was trying to focus on the battleship that was pushing up. To be fair, he was, I think, AFK. We're going to take a shot here at Langley. Our destroyer is actually spotting him for a second. Now, we lose his spot, but we do get a Citadel on the carrier, which is good because the carrier, as you can tell earlier, we don't shoot planes down really in this thing. So getting rid of the carrier, kind of a big deal for us because that's one of the ways we're really going to be taken out quick, along with getting shot at by a battleship using AP. Even with the exposed Citadel that this thing has, even HE can do it sometimes. So as you can see, we're going to take a shot at the battleship. That's all we really had left. We're going to get hit pretty good by the Emily Bertier. We're going to take a shot just in case he decides to slow down, because he is, it looks like a decent player if he switched over to AP. Now we're going to try to get a kind of scoot up to get up to this Langley. However, our destroyer has decided he wants to absolutely go bonkers here and try to get a couple torps on a battleship, right? And there's, in the process, I can't dodge the carrier torpedoes. To be fair, I thought I was going to be able to stop with prop mod quick enough. Obviously, that clearly isn't the case. And we're going to continue to push up. Now, we are being spotted by that battleship that is AFK. It's about this time here. You can see I'm shooting AP at him. Langley pops up. I want to take a shot at Langley. But you can see we are hitting the AFK guy a little bit, but AP not super effective on these heavily armed battleships at the tier. As you can see, we get absolutely pummeled by Izuki coming around the corner. So we got to get ourselves unspotted real quick. This ship's weakness is clearly battleships, like a lot of cruisers, but this one more so than other. Because a lot of times you're not going to overpen a furry taco, right? So we don't have no spotting currently because we're the only person on this side of the map. The whole other team is on the other side, and we got to be careful because this is a match we could lose right now. It looks good right now, but at these lower tiers, anything can happen. Trust me, anything can happen. And we're gonna go ahead try to take a look at Chungking. He's going behind the island, but we're gonna go ahead and do our best to get rid of this Japanese battleship. We're only getting our rear guns on target, but that's all we really need, to be honest. If he gets spotted and we just shoot using the island to cover ourselves, it makes it a lot easier. Clearly, this isn't a bad player. He knew when to push and knew when to get away from the destroyer, and he murdered our destroyer without eating too many torps. So I'm actually going to push up. And the reason is I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that battleship. Looked like he was going to go behind an island to lose spot. So I was actually moving up to get Peter Velicki. Now, why is that? Because even though he is AFK, right? As you can see, the good torpedo angles, and you can see they go out to 10 kilometers. So they're definitely, well, actually, I think they might actually go out more than that. But you can see here, these torps are handy. Like, they're not just defensive torps. You can use them. And I want to get as many fires on this guy. As you can see, we're shattering. But I want to get as many fires as I can to get rid of this player before they come back, if they do in fact come back, right? Because a full hull battleship at the end of the map, uh, not good. So we're gonna see. We had no fires until we actually shot at this guy, so you can kind of figure on our luck. And also, we completely get no shells to hit on a battleship 9 kilometers away in a cruiser. You know, sometimes that happens, but I just wanted to laugh at that. We get another fire. So basically, all the shells that are hitting this guy are putting him on fire, right? Like, it's warm in Peter Veliky right now. They don't need a heater even in the North Atlantic. As we get a fourth fire and torpedoes and a high caliber, and we destroy them. So not a perfect match, but it showcased the HE, the AP, the Torps getting hit. It was a good showcase. We tried to help our team out and win. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time, folks. Have a good one.